Have you ever been and maybe like stay in a relationship longer because it was convenient? Because like you didn't want to break it up. It was a good momentum, but you knew it was over, but you still like dragged it on.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, because I don't want to now tell a new person my fucking favorite color.
But yes, welcome back to another episode of AfroVivid. We have a special guest today. Chris in the building. How you feeling, man?
How y'all doing? I'm glad to be here. I've been watching the podcast. I just wanted to kind of drop in.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're happy to have you here, man.
We
We're
got,
happy to have you.
definitely. We got Mickey in the building.
Hi guys, Mickey.
Mickey the tourist. We always got
Mickey the
that.
tourist. No, it's just Mickey now. Didn't you guys see on Instagram I put my Michaela Goliath? Did you see it?
Michaela Goliath. That's your
Yeah.
new name.
Michaela
I
Goliath.
like that one.
That's your last name.
That's my mother's maiden name.
Why not David?
Sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. Oh, that's your last name, Goliath?
No, it's my mother's
Mother's.
last
Okay.
name. My mother's maiden name.
Yeah, I thought you just chose like use try to be like the bad guy. Like
Oh,
embrace
no.
the bad guy.
No.
personality,
I mean, naturally, I am a baddie.
That's what's like, why not David?
That's what's up.
And we got Metis in the building.
Of course, man.
And
I'm back.
also me, Safwan. How your weekend are going so far?
It's raining.
Right? Is it draining?
Yeah.
Because of the rain?
Yeah.
I like this weather. I love this weather actually.
hate it.
To
I wish
sleep.
I wish I had a
Right.
boyfriend. Like I was gonna live in his skin in this weather. I was gonna
It's-
be like,
it's
guys,
good.
I can't make it to the podcast. I'm busy.
I'm happy that didn't happen.
No,
I'm
but
sure they offer you.
cuffing season is coming. Hey, cuffing season is coming.
Put your application in.
You ever seen that meme that says, choose your favorite liar and then stick with him for cuffing season?
Yes, cuffing season is coming. I want to cuddle and snuggle. You know, I'm tired of cuddling with my pillows. Having like 5 blankets and a heater.
Oh, no.
No.
I don't want it too hot, man.
So
That sounds like hell. Yeah, go ahead.
Thinking about convenience, right? Have you ever been and maybe like stay in a relationship longer because it was convenient? Because like you didn't want to break it up. It was a good momentum, but you knew it was over, but you still like dragged it on.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, because I don't want to now tell a new person my fucking favorite color. I did, and it's toxic. It's not healthy.
It is.
It's not healthy for both people, actually.
Yeah.
You know, because if you think about it, it's like either you know and the other person don't know,
Yeah.
but it's not good. You know, it's not fair for the other person.
The other person.
Yeah, because the thing with that as well, right? Like, if it's like that, eventually it's gonna stop, right? Like somebody gonna give up. So
Yeah.
you might as well like cut it off as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Before like you keep dragging it, and boom, there's a kid involved. Oh,
Would you want it to end that way, or instead just be straightforward with the person?
I'm straightforward.
Personally, right? Personally. And I've said this to my friends, my girlfriends, obviously. I said this to them before. If I go out on a date with you, Medis, right? And you're not feeling me, like you thought I was feeling you, you're not feeling me, right? I respect you better if you tell me, listen, yeah, Mickey, we are not comparable. And let's...
Yeah.
Romantically, I don't see this happening.
Yeah.
But as a friend, you're a really cool chick. But one thing I don't like is you leading me on,
Yep.
and then you have me all the way fucked up. Now I have to show you why we both niggas.
But it's both. It's happened before though. I went out with someone where it was like we literally had the best mentally challenging conversation ever, but nothing else. And we were like, after the second time, I was like, you're a great person, but this is not gonna work. Like,
How do you feel?
like I was just trying to be honest, like, cause time is important to me.
Right.
So if I have to like do that, first of all, I don't want to be texting you all day if I'm not even interested, because I could be using that energy and time to do something else. So I want to minimize what my energy is going to.
Makes sense. Coming back to you though, you said what, are you scared?
No, what's up?
You said you would rather like want someone to like be straight up with you, right? So
I think I know where
do you
this is going.
do you usually communicate that to the person like when you go on the date? Because
That's good.
sometimes like it's a very tough situation for like some ways to like tell that to you,
Yeah,
right? It could be like on the other end where like they may feel like if I tell them this, it may like
Make them
crush
feel
them,
good, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So do you usually communicate that or? or
I did it once. Normally, to be honest with you, like, there was this one guy that was trying to talk to me or trying to get to know me, right? And I was like, okay, sure. And then I gave him my number, knowing very well that I really don't like this guy like that, right? And then he tried to call me last night. He tried to call me, and I answered the call, and we spoke for like a good minute, maybe less. Then, excuse me. While we were on the call, I put my phone on flight mode so that the phone, so that the call ends. And it's gonna just like reconnecting. So he's gonna think it's the network. Then he sent me a message saying, "What happened?" I'm like, "Damn, I don't know. What happened on your side? My side is cool." Then he said, "I'm gonna call you back," and then he called me back, and he called me again, and then I blocked him, and I went on Instagram and I blocked him on Instagram also.
Personally,
Instead of telling him,
oh man,
and then
You got him
karma is gonna
crushed.
chow.
Yeah, crush.
You gotta tell him, man. Let him know.
No, he's
that,
already
man.
blocked.
you may want to check on him, man.
He's already blocked. I can't go back from
Is
that.
he okay?
I hope so.
But for the fellas though, like personally, would you have wanted someone to just be upfront and say, like, honestly, I would have preferred that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
best way. You gotta let the person know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would prefer even
Yeah.
if they let me know, like, hey,
Right.
I don't see this happening, which is fine.
I get it and I respect it. And remember, I said that I respect a man that tells me that he is not interested in me instead of leading me on. Though,
Oh,
You do that though all the
on
time.
the other hand,
you don't. You just block.
You just be leading people on.
She's a brutal guy.
no, I'm looking at you. I don't like
Leading me
it.
for what? What? You don't like me?
No, I don't like it if, if someone really likes you and then you tell them that you're not interested and I know that person really likes you and like, oh, that's so sad.
So what's worse, that you telling them upfront so they don't continue to get involved, or you get too far to it to a point where they are playing the life around you? Then now it's like, so it's almost like which price do you have to pay?
I have a question though, as a man, right? How do you feel? I'm talking about feeling. You might fucking have feelings. How do you feel when you don't like a girl and she likes you? Like, do you feel bad when you tell her that you don't like her?
I do.
Do you feel bad?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't
Bro,
feel
you don't feel bad.
I think so.
You do?
Do you feel bad? Do you feel? I knew it. I know you don't feel bad.
No, because the thing is...
But no. I
Why you trying
feel
to
like
make me
I
like
would
a
feel
bad guy
bad
now?
I'm
if the
joking.
relationship has gone a little
Yeah,
farther.
a little further. And
Then
I
I'll
do all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, like me, I look at the consequences, like in the future. Right? So you see, a lot of people are not comfortable in like having difficult situations.
Yeah.
Difficult conversations, and the more you lead onto something, the worse it can only get.
Yep.
So
Right.
it's better like cut it off when there's nothing there, and maybe hurt like 1 or 2 days, than leading that person for like months, and
Yeah.
you have like physical connection with them or like other
Yeah.
things, like nice experience with them.
Yeah.
And at that point, even you yourself, you're gonna be like
Becomes a
very
convenience.
guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to like break it at that point, and you're gonna hurt yourself, and you're gonna hurt the person most.
You are. I was going on dates with this one guy, and at first, I wasn't interested in him. My friends were interested in him, like they were all over him, and I was like sitting one side and watching these bitches throw themselves at this guy. And then he asked me for my number, and I gave it to him, right? Fine. I didn't think much of it. No, not my number, my Instagram. So I gave it to him and we were talking. And he asked me if he can take me out on a date. And I said, sure. And we went on a date. And then we went on dates, like we were dating. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I said yes, knowing very well that I don't want him to be my boyfriend. I knew it so well. We would be on the phone for hours. We would even sleep on the phone together. Like it was
many months?
that deep. It
How
was...
far did you get to it?
It was I don't want to tell you that part. Anyway. Bro, we started arguing about everything. We started getting on each other's nerves, then we would like.
You initiated, right?
And then no, I feel like he also felt that like this is not a good situation, and he broke it off. He broke it off, and then like 2 weeks later he'll come back. I miss you, and I'll be like, I miss you too. Then we'll be dating again, going on dates and all that. But then we never did the deed. We never had sex.
Okay.
But we were just like going out on dates and smooching and shit like that. But we never had
You
sex.
just pretty much enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, but if it goes romantically, it goes down. But if it's just platonic, it's so cool. But then I had to stop it.
How do you handle that though? Like
Yeah.
you and your friends, right? Was it like awkward situation knowing that your friends like the guy? I'm pretty sure the guy knows well that your friends.
Can I
like
tell
him.
you that I never told my friends? They just knew that I'm going out with someone. They knew. And every time I talk about
Sneaky.
him, they'll be like,
Dangerous.
what's his name? And I'll be like, I'll tell you. But not now, but I will tell you.
Dangerous.
Then
My
eventually, because liked him. Liked him. And then one day I was like, okay, I have to tell you who it is. She's like, who? And then I told her. She's like, bro, why didn't you tell me? Because I've been sending this guy so many DMs. And I was like, oh, you have to peep out her name. Please. And I was like, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, it's fine. Because she has a boyfriend. She just wanted to fool around. You have to peep out her name.
You just keep giving out one stuff.
Yeah. But that just tells you about human nature, like, and also like females. Like when you know the nature, it's like, okay.
Why would you say females sitting next to
Honestly,
me?
well, it's thousands of years of studies of how women are, right? Where they can, the same way you start that way, it's obviously all of us, right? We naturally avoid conflict, right? And because it became convenient, it's like, well, I don't want to break it off because it's kind of going well.
Yeah,
But it's
and he
like,
took
you
me
don't
out to
have the
cute dates.
conversation, right? but so he was putting in the effort. But the thing is, you ever know? I heard of the thing is the right package could be at the wrong address. I'm scared of that part where it's like when I see a good woman, and I know I'm not in the sense where what she's looking is there. I break it off earlier because I'm like, if I mess this good woman, she might end up becoming a woman that doesn't follow what she was going to be for somebody else, man. I just messed that up. So like I'm afraid of that responsibility.
You're a very good guy, man.
Like I don't even want it, like nah. But if you were on the other time and it's like, and that was what I was looking for, cool. But like if you're a good woman, and I know it early, and I know I'm not the guy you want, especially what you're looking for, I'm out of it.
But how about if you didn't like maybe you thought you're the guy, but then
No, I don't think it. Because I ask questions. Like I don't like making assumptions.
My man's know himself.
No,
I feel like it comes back to like understanding yourself, right? Like you wouldn't like want to be in the
yeah,
opposite like direction, right?
Yep.
But like you're the one that's serious, and you came across a woman that maybe want to mess you. It's like that guilt. Is that what you're feeling?
It's that's the guilt, and then also like just
Makes
seeing, it's just seeing how someone raised with good values and principle, and then you tell them, and then you see them cry, and it's like, oh no, it's better off you cry now than later. And I'm taking you on dates and showing you love, and did all the thing, and you think I'm your husband, and you thinking about kids' name with me, you know. Yeah.
Kids.
So no, like, because women do that kind of stuff. You guys
Yeah.
don't think about kids' name when you like a guy and you guys are going further along. You see in the future with the person.
I like your last name.
Like they create,
Michaela's
they-
the same.
they have the fantasy.
they
yeah,
create
yeah,
that fantasy, is right, and you know they get stuck in that world. When you break it down, little down the road, that's why you see this trigger of women like having a trigger where they can't date somebody else for the next person because someone else thought it was funny.
You know what you just said? What you just said. Remember what I told you downstairs? I was telling Muhammad.
Okay.
I was telling Muhammad that I am speaking to a Muslim guy, and then I was like, "Oh, you're coming to a wedding soon." Remember?
Okay.
That's what I said. I was like, I'm speaking to a Muslim guy. You might be coming to a wedding soon, like, and that's just what you said. Now, women just start
great
to.
fantasies,
make fantasies in their mind. But that was a joke, you know that. But it's true what you're saying.
Yes, that was a joke. The more you tell yourself that, the more real it becomes in your mind.
Your body doesn't know the difference. Like, you
Yeah.
ever heard of Dr. Espinosa? He talks about it. Like, your body doesn't know the difference between something that's actually happening or you thinking about it. So you ever, like, got nervous about, like, an exam?
Yeah.
The night before, you can't sleep because you're thinking about it.
about it.
You're already feeling the anxiety before the exam.
Right.
So your body doesn't tell the difference. So I try to use it on the opposite side where I try to feel good about the situation, or I try to put myself in a situation where it feels better. Oh, I'm already driving that AMG G63 with the stars in it sitting there.
Ooh.
Right? Like, you think about that kind of stuff, right? So that's the same way where it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's
I've been feeling that way. Whenever like I'm nervous, like I
Yeah.
don't sleep the next. Like I'll probably go to bed,
Yeah.
but still feel like I'll be nervous as hell.
It's all about mindset, man. That's another book.
It is all
Mindset.
about mindset.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever you put your mind to, you can change any situation just like this.
Yeah.
I was talking to my sister yesterday, and I was telling her, because like she's going through some things like emotional, and I told her, okay, first of all, I understand. But you keep telling me your problems. Let's talk solutions. Let's talk solutions. I understand that you're upset and I understand that you're crying.
Definitely.
But okay, stop crying. When you're done crying, let's talk solutions.
Okay.
Stop telling
Where
me
we
the
gonna start?
problems.
Well, yeah.
Let's
What's up?
look the full,
Forward. Yeah.
Like, more guys are thinking more that way than females. So it's like you're already, like, from a standpoint, like, you're more coming from most guys are that way. I was reading a book called Understanding Women, and it breaks the differences where it's like women think from that, talking about that. Us guys, when we hear it, we're like, okay, what's the solution? What are we doing it? But it's like, I read the book and it was talking about women at the end of the day have something called the Bears Report, where they just want to talk and they want us to listen and not give a solution. I used to be the problem, like, if you bring it, I want a solution right there. Then
Yes.
I saw the reaction of it when I read the book. I was like, okay, sometimes they just want to just listen.
Yeah.
They don't say anything. Right?
And I got in like a bit of like situation like somewhere that used to date, right? I never knew like it was like that for women, right? Like me, like whenever somebody bring a problem to me, I always like come from the mind of like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
And to the point where like she stopped listening, right? She was like, man, you always just sound like my dad. I don't want to like listen to that anymore, right? And she was like, sometimes like I just need to like
Just
to vent to somebody.
Yeah.
And she was like, I understand like you're always trying to help, but even my mom as well, like I have to like say this to my mom
Yeah.
because she was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily like looking for like your point of view, your solution all the
Yes.
time. Sometimes I just want to like listen like to me just keep going on. I was like, man,
Yeah.
that's very tough for
That's
me to
tough
do
for a
because,
man.
Let me
like,
give you guys
yeah.
advice, okay, for your next relationship, your next serious relationship.
Okay, Dr. Mickey.
Let
what
me
you have for us?
let me give you guys advice when dealing with a
jeez,
woman, right? If a woman comes to you, your girlfriend comes to you with a certain problem, right? Oh no, not even like that. Before you guys, when you guys start getting serious, have this thing where you guys say, if I'm coming to talk to you, and I say, okay, Safwan, I want to talk to you. Then you ask me, Mickey, do you want a listening ear or do you want advice?
Yep.
Because, because sometimes I don't want to hear what you think. I don't want to hear what you think, but I want you to listen.
Yeah.
And I want you to feel what I'm feeling, or I want you to understand
Yep.
how I'm feeling. So next time you guys get into a relationship, have that thing where you and your girl, if your girl comes to you with anything, and have her do the same with you, right? If you come with something, just have, okay, babe, I understand you're upset, but are you looking for a listening ear, or do you want me to say something? Do you want advice? And that is gonna be something that will prevent so many understandings.
I shoot with
trust-
everybody. Yeah.
Trust
Should
me,
do with
I learned
everybody.
from that, man.
Yeah.
Even with guys,
no
you
sleep.
can do it. I don't think. I think even with guy, you can do it. The listening ear, you can ask that question where it's like,
Yeah.
bro, do you just want me to listen to you, or do you want to come with a solution? It's the same thing for friendship, relationship, even same thing with parents. It's the same thing. I think anybody can benefit from having that, so you don't make assumption that, hey, she came from this perspective or he came from
Yeah.
this perspective. What do you want right now to happen? No, because I had that issue with someone recently where they told me something, and I didn't ask you. Normally, I don't make assumptions. I didn't ask you, but it's like, if I stay with you on the phone for 20, 30 minutes, you keep talking about something, if I didn't come from the first and I just need to listen, I'm going to give you the solution. And when I do, you're hurt, right? So I think that anybody would benefit, whether it's a male or female. It's not just
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great way to go. Like, but you can't rush it like that with African parents.
Now you the curse.
Maybe like, yeah, coming with problems.
Don't do it.
You must be hungry.